learning tonight the federal government is investigating a local contractor who also happens to be very close with St. Louis Mayor Verus Jones' father. Corey Elliott is a local contractor and consultant. Companies associated with her have been awarded city contracts and city grants over the years. But First Alert 4 Investigates has learned a local developer is leveling accusations that he was told to pay for access to City Hall. Investigative reporter David Amilati joining us now with what he's learning about this.
Of city leaders and government groups reacting to claims today that someone very close to the mayor's father may have had influence on big dollar projects.
From my perspective, not knowing all of the facts yet, it seems unfortunately like politics as usual.
Benjamin Singer of good government group Show Me Integrity says it's news of concern to taxpayers.
We shouldn't have a government controlled by political consultants. We should have one that's for the benefit of the people who that government represents.
First Alert 4 Investigates has confirmed that developer Kevin Bryant entered into a contract with Corey Elliott for his work on a project north of Del Mar. At her behest, he says, to improve communication with city officials. But in this email from April of 2023, he asks what work she had done on his behalf, to which she replied, "Sigh, are you seriously asking this question? Have you not seen dollars come to your project since our engagement?" Meaning the contract. Bryant eventually fired her. He told First Alert 4 Investigates Thursday he thought political influence had soured his project.
And that individual said, I was pressured to support their project over yours.
Elliott is not a well-known name in city government, but she is close to the Jones family. In a Facebook post from March, Verus Jones, Mayor Verus Jones' father, wrote, quote, "Meeting Corey is one of the best things to have ever happened in my life. Love you, Corey Elliott." The two have been pictured together at events. Mayor Jones, too, has been seen publicly with Corey Elliott. Singer, though, says others trying to sell access to top officials is not always the fault of the ones elected.
This is not unique to the city of St. Louis or to this administration. This is a problem with how our politics works.
She's been awarded a large number of St. Louis city contracts dating back prior to this administration and well into the Jones administration, work at Lambert Airport for the city's water division, even replacement of the city's sidewalks. She's also received city-awarded grants. One back in 2023 awarded her and a business partner nearly $840,000 for housing production to rehab 3 properties. A company called Building the Dream Equity Management is the primary contractor. But application documents list Corey Elliott's company, CAE Contracting, and says she's the construction manager. The application, even supported by developer Kevin Bryant, asked initially for $1.6 million from the city and promised a completion date of March of 2024. But our inspection from last week appears to show no work has been done at all on the properties. The city agency in charge says the project hasn't yet received funding and is still within federal and local government review process. Elliott's company and partner were awarded additional grants in 2024. We called Elliott. She said no and asked for comment and told us to call her attorney.
If that is the case, that is never acceptable. Never.
Alderman Rasheen Aldridge telling First Alert 4 Investigates Friday he hopes more details come out and that people are held accountable. It's all a new area of concern for city leaders as state and local officials and even the mayor herself have called on federal agents to investigate the city's building division. First Alert 4 Investigates has been telling you about an inspector who is tied to a number of companies paid millions of dollars in recent years for city contracted repair work. Aldridge says political influence, often called pay-to-play, needs to end.
If these allegations are true, it is something that folks need to be held responsible for, and whatever the Board of Aldermen can do to pass legislation to make sure that never happens again, I will be the first one to either support legislation or to write it myself, because we do need to change the page in city government.
Now, we did reach out to the mayor's office, Mayor Verus Jones, telling us, "I want to be clear, Corey Elliott does not have the ability to influence me, my office, or any city department." Her spokesperson further added, Kevin Bryant seems to be exploring every avenue possible to take shots at the city for not giving him as much as he wants. When I asked the FBI directly about Corey Elliott, the FBI would only tell us they would not confirm or deny an investigation. We will certainly keep following this. David Amilati, First Alert 4 Investigates.
Well, we also tried reaching out to Verus Jones. He hung up when we called. He was the city's comptroller back in the 90s, but resigned amid a federal investigation. He later pleaded guilty to tax fraud charges. We tried to reach out to an attorney for Corey Elliott, but we have not heard back so far.